Okay, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Mr. Dan today. Uh, had a couple people ask me how do I make my zoodles, and so I tried to explain to them. So what I'm going to do today is a quick little tutorial of how I do my zoodles. I happen to have the KitchenAid attachment, but there's other attachments. I mean, not attachments, but there are other things you can buy off of Amazon. They got one looks like a pencil sharpener. The other one you push it down and lock it in place on the countertop. Crank away. So anyway, without further ado, let me just show you how I do mine, and that way you guys can understand what we're talking about. A lot of people ask me that. Okay, so you guys know that this here is your KitchenAid stand mixer. In the front there's a hub here. You take the cap off, and this piece here is my Zoodles, and it cuts skin off fruit. It makes curly fries. It does a bunch of different things. It comes with a bunch of different attachments. Like this one here, just for Zoodles, it's got this one that doesn't make as many. Okay, it only has two rows of blades. This one, as you can tell, it has three. See, and it gives you more noodles per zucchini. The only thing that is a little different than some of the ones you can see, the manual ones. There's not enough space sometimes between here and here to put a whole zucchini. So what you have to do is you cut them down. But I'm going to show you that right quick. And yes, I'm going to use these zucchinis making another zucchini dish following this little demonstration. But yeah. Okay, this piece I'm putting on, this is where you slide the zucchini in. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's got little prongs that come off here, see? And that's going to hold. You harpoon the zucchini, try to center it on this long spike, and then these smaller ones just hold it in place. And it just feeds itself. You'll see it as it goes along. Okay, let me see if I can slide you over this way to the cutting board. Okay. We'll do one zucchini at a time. You just take the zucchini and you cut the ends off. Try to make a straight cut if you can. Slide you back this way. So you can see this is too long to go into your thing. So what you have to do, just cut it in half. And I try to take the fat end, put it towards the outside here. This one you just take it and you slide it in like you said, and you push it. See how it goes into the prongs right there? So it's locked in place. Then you take this and you try to center this one, same thing, and put it in place. Okay, so this is like a sing along with Mitch. Keep your eyes on there, and you go, wow, look how fast that is. Ready? Start it off on slow, let it get going. Then turn up the speed a little. And see how you get in 3 rows. I normally have a scissor, just got it again, but anyway, so you can cut them because they come out really long. And that's that. It doesn't take long at all. And I don't throw none of this away. I use it all. These here pieces, that's at the center. I cut those up at the end with the end pieces. But yeah, they have different devices for this, like on Amazon. They're all different prices, range from like $3 or $4 or $5 for the handheld one. It looks like a big ass pencil sharpener. You just stick it in there and twist. And the other one mounts to the countertop. It's got like little suction cups on it. And you sit there and you just crank away, crank, you know. So this is how I make mine. I try to keep up with it, and I grab them and I go, whoop. Because otherwise, I don't like them when they get too long. Yeah, they're hard to handle. All right, so we got that one done. Okay, then you just, again, peel this off. Put this over here, slide this back. Off come your Zoodles. Take your little skin in there, throw it in there. It's all edible. The only part, I even try to cut some of the, when I cut the ends, I'll go back later and try to see if I miss anything. I'll trim off any extra part of the flesh I can get. I don't like wasting nothing, but, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, these things, you know, I love it because you can do a bunch of them really fast. Just takes a little bit of cutting the ends off. You wash everything first, you know, just like you would if you did it on a manual one. And again, you see you get a nice stream of zoodles here. And it works pretty good. We get out of these three, Penny and I usually, 3 zucchinis is one meal for us. You know, we make the spaghetti noodles out of them. Anyway, it's pretty cool. It's easy. I like it, especially if I'm doing something else. Like earlier, I used it. One day I did this, and it was like damn noodle was taller than me. But I like it. It's a nice little thing. Penny got it for me I don't know how many months ago, a little while back. But I use it every time. It's the same machine that I use when I make my sausage. Not the Zoodle cutter, but the KitchenAid. That's pretty cool what they did with this. It has a bunch of different attachments, and I'm trying to get myself into. I want to make my own pasta, and this thing, believe it or not, has a pasta, thing on it. And it also has, there's another attachment where it'll chop up fruit and vegetables like little squares, and so if you're into all that, but it all costs money. It depends how much of your stuff you make, and we happen to do a lot of this right here. Penny likes it. I didn't know. I didn't like zucchini at first, but then I found out what the issue is. People overcook it. I'm like, you'll see what I do to this when I get to the end here. Again, it's all pretty easy. Then what we're going to do, I'll show you here in a quick minute. Now you notice, I don't know if you notice it, but I have this all going into a strainer, right? It's sitting over a bowl. You don't see nothing there yet, but I'm going to show you. See here, these are zoodles right here. That's what it looks like. That's 3 zoodles, done 1, 2, 3. Okay, then what I do is I take some sea salt, because you don't want to have, you want to try to get rid of all the excess moisture in here, right? I don't know if you guys have been watching. When I do this recipes like this, I tell you, get the excess moisture out, like cauliflower and this, same principle. This is a basic chemistry thing. That's why you put salt on it. Salt will draw the water out. And I usually do this. I let it sit for like a half hour or so before I cook with it. Okay, that's not a lot of salt, but don't worry about it. Okay. Then over to here. And you'll see here, like this here, these really are just too far close to the end, so I can't do much with those. So I'll put those to the side. These here, I'm going to use all of this. And if you guys ever do this, just watch your fingers. Watch your fingers. I keep telling that to everybody. I bought my daughter a finger guard, but she didn't use it the one time. The one time she didn't use the dang thing. She damn near I just cut these up into smaller little pieces, and then throw them right in the mix, see? I don't waste nothing, you can use it all. I figure why not, just do a couple of cuts, and then once you cook it down, it doesn't matter anyway. But it's a little thicker, so you can cut these smaller. Trust me, I'm not no Benihana, but I can get cut quick, but I watch some of these guys when they're cutting stuff. Boy, that's a show to see. They're not even looking at, they're looking at you while they're cutting and talking. And they don't miss a beat, I'll tell you that. But they've been doing it for years. You know, if you know where your fingers are, it's not bad. But if you lose the presence of mind of what you're doing, and you let one finger slip out, draw back a nub, or you slice a big, sliver out of the front of it. The trick is to keep everything behind the blade, and the blade runs right off of here, the tip of your knuckle. So it's almost, I would say, almost impossible. If you did it right, you're not going to cut yourself. And trust me, I've cut myself a lot of times, in the beginning especially. All right, this is all no good. This is no good. So back over here, and this is what you needed to really do. I've only found one recipe that one time I was looking stuff up for something, and I was actually surprised. It said, "Do not remove the excess liquid," because every time you with cauliflower or this, very rare does it say that. I've not seen one yet for cabbage, but there's some other squash that you use, and it tells you to get rid of the excess liquid. So, I'm just saying. See, right now nothing's coming up, but you let this sit for a few minutes, and you don't have to go crazy with the salt. I just want to make sure it's mixed in. I always do this. And I can tell already my hand's getting wet. So, it's already starting to do its magic. All right, folks, so there you have it. Quick little tutorial. That's what the Zoodles look like. That's how they come out. I don't know, maybe I'll try to look it up for it on the bottom of the thing. I will put Amazon, what the number is, put the item number down there so you guys can look it up. This is Mr. Dan. Stay safe. Make sure you got a mask on. Wash your hands. Don't talk with your mouth full. Give us a like on this one. This is the first time I did something like this. And if you like, if you want to see something else, like I just shredded chicken too, that's another thing you can use this for. I shredded my chicken. I'm going to show you because I'm going to use that later on. But see here, I used the KitchenAid with the paddle attachment. I shredded up all my chicken. That's 2 chicken breasts in there. Okay? So, anyway, give us a like, share it with your friends, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And until next time, my friends, stay hungry. And when you are, come back and we'll give you another demonstration on how to do something and another fine recipe. This is Mr. Dan Word.